Do you believe in true love, Fez?
Oh, I absolutely do. Yeah, I think there is true love where it becomes unconditional, and you just see that person is like the person that you just don't want to miss a second with out of 24 hours a day. I think you really want to just be with that person.
It's the most uncomfortable thing I've ever heard in my life. I would not consider that true love. I would consider that
single white female.
Yeah, OCD of some kind. Hicks, do you believe in true love?
Yes, it has to fucking be out there. It's when you find someone that, completes you, someone that you love.
Oh, now, do you
no, seriously.
What's wrong with a guy talking that way?
Jerry Maguire?
Someone that makes someone
complete me.
Someone that
That's
makes you
not
better.
original.
Someone that makes you better, a better person.
Now, do you love your chick?
Yes, very much so.
Do you feel like it's true love?
Yes, I love her. Why is everybody laughing? I fucking not
Not true at all.
It's just, what's wrong with
Two
that?
booze hounds.
Because
So what?
There's no such thing as true love. Come on.
But let me ask you this: do you feel like you need to be with her 24 hours a day?
No, we can have a separate time.
All right, so here's an interesting thing: what Fez's idea of true love is, and what Hicks's idea of true love, two different things. Dave, have you met the love of your life?
I've met the love of my life, but I don't necessarily believe in true love. I believe in true lust, and I think that's why I
Got
rushed.
married? Do you feel like you rushed?
But I'm happy I did because
Yeah.
I love my family. But at the same time, I'm not sure that there is a true love feeling, Mr. B. I think it's more of a fucking like lust situation, a chemical attraction, and then that
And then that turns off?
Exactly. You
Now,
got it.
Fez, when a person like you hears that, does that surprise you? Or, I mean, here's a guy who's married.
Right.
He's got 2 kids. You still are looking for your first relationship.
Yeah.
And he's telling you the feeling that you're talking about wears off.
See, I don't like to hear that. I like to think that Dave and his wife, Casey, are hopelessly, endlessly in love.
I love
and that
her.
nothing
Even
could
if-
ever change that.
But even if that's not true, maybe that's why we have so many divorces.
Exactly.
That people think that it's supposed to be this fantasy, this fairy tale that you explained to us. And again, you're not a child saying this. You're a full-grown man.
Yeah.
So you've either never thought about it or never thought about testing it. But for anyone to think that there's this thing that you have to be together 24 hours a day, that seems a little fucking sideways, doesn't it? I mean, that doesn't
Get
seem
old pretty quick.
healthy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, it seems
if
like more like
somebody
a-
wanted, like, where are you going? You're like, fuck. I want
Seems
to go
like-
out.
Seems like Oz.
Yeah.
It's more of a celly than a
Yeah.
partner.
Chris, you're on the Run of Fez show.
I believe I'm with my true love, but like you're saying, I wouldn't want to spend every fucking minute with her. In fact, I love the nights that she works, and when she has off, I'm like, ugh, I'd rather just have my alone time, but I still like being with her.
Now, and also, if you were this true love thing, right? There is only one person for another person, right?
right.
Why would that be?
Because you just because you wouldn't want any other person. You couldn't, I would think it'd be because you couldn't replicate true love with somebody else. True romantic love.
Yeah, yes. What about people who get married many times in their life? Have they been married all those times?
Yeah, I think probably only one of those is someone's true love.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So, but
And the other one is like maybe, there's obviously love and a need for wanting that kind of companionship, but I don't know if they're all, like if someone gets married 3-4 times, all 3 or 4 are true love.
So you just really see the fairy tale thing,
Yeah, I think so. Maybe
which
it's...
is really interesting considering that in all the fairy tales, these are traditional relationships. And a lot of the reasons why people are against alternative things is because they don't fit into the traditional values. So it's always really, really interesting to me to see what people buy into. Fez, let's suppose this: you have a true love.
Uh-huh.
Your true love dies.
Right.
What are you supposed to do?
Well, I think you could find someone else to be with.
But they wouldn't be true love.
They would not be your true love.
Well, what a disservice you're giving that person. Because instead of letting them find their true love, you're taking up their time. So the way that you're almost talking about it is if you're not somebody's true love, you should stop dating them right away and let them find your true love. And I bring this up to you, Fez, because it seems like you're talking about magic. You know what I mean? Like there's supposed to be some mythical thing that takes place, some outside of what we would consider human existence or scientific existence, and that would be it. Here is, let's go over here to Laura. Laura, you're on Ron Fez.
Hi, Ron.
Yeah.
I am married for almost 10 years, and I have a boyfriend that I've been seeing for over 3 years. I have an open marriage. My husband knows. My boyfriend knows. It's called polyamory, and it works for us. And there is possible to be in love with more than one person at one time. And I guess you could call it swinging too, but we don't really do that anymore. I don't sledge my lifestyle on other people. I don't force it.
Right.
But I think it works for people. It works for
But
my husband and I.
when you hear Fez talking the way he's talking, do you feel like he's being naive, or is just leaving people like you out?
I think he might be leaving people like me out. I mean, my
Yeah.
lifestyle is very, very small. It's probably more rampant than you think.
Mm-hmm.
People just don't speak about it
Yeah.
because they would think that they're going to be chastised
Choir.
for it. You know what I mean?
Preaching to the choir. Where are you going, Dave?
See, I think he I think you probably do have one true love out of the two of them. I bet there's one that you do love more. Maybe it's on a very micro level, but I would bet that you do.
Why? Why do you, of all people, want to put anyone else in a box? Do you see why you can't get anything organized? Do you see that you should be on the side of alternativeness?
Yes, I understand that.
And yet you're telling her that her fucking existence, you don't give it credibility. That's what fucking kills me all the time about any minority. The fucking,
Ron,
yeah.
and Fez, both of you, I don't believe that human beings as a whole were meant to be monogamous. I think that we were meant to love as many people as we can and in the time that we were given. So as I am married and I am bound to my husband and we both do our own thing with an open knowledge, I don't believe that we were meant to be monogamous. We are sexual creatures by nature, and we were meant to fuck as many people as possible, I think. You know what I mean?
All right.
Within reason, you know what I mean? Like,
Sure, within reason. It can get a little crazy.
Throw that parentheses up there at the end.
I'll tell you somebody.
Asterisk.
I'll tell you somebody who agrees with you 100%, and that's Chris Stanley's chick. All right, 866. Well, you said she's a bit of a top.
Yeah,
She likes the bottom boys. But Fezzi, do you see how Southern conservative you really are, despite all the things that you claim to be? That you create these boxes not just for yourself to live in, but for everybody else. And when someone calls you up and said, "I have experienced something, and I've had it myself," you're still saying, "I bet you're wrong," which is exactly the thing that you complain about.
Yeah, it's I have totally different standards for myself and everyone else on the planet.
Very interesting, because I think that's the sign of being a good Republican, where everybody, and probably in the same way a good Democrat, where you're saying, I want to share everything except for mine, and the Republicans saying, here's the morality to fucking live by, and then that guy's picking up hookers and getting blowjobs in his cars. You know, I think that we all do that, but it's really, really funny to me. Two things: one, to think that your view of the world is what everybody needs to live with, and two, more importantly, when someone tells you, "Here are my experiences," and you do with what Fez does is, "I bet you're wrong," even though I haven't tried any of the same things as you.
Or doesn't believe them.
Yeah, I don't believe what you're telling me. It's fucking baffling to me. Mike, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, buddies. Hey, Fez, what about when you're married for like 30 years, your spouse dies, and then you get another partner? Is the new partner true love?
No, I don't think so. Not if the first one was true love. Maybe the first one wasn't the true love. Maybe the second one is. But I think there's only one.
Why is this concept so important to you?
Maybe it's like what you mentioned earlier, thinking it's magic, because I think that there's like that one overwhelming feeling of love that one person can produce in you.
And you've never had it yet.
I've probably had it, but not where it was ever reciprocated.
So that wouldn't be true love.
Right, yeah.
So you haven't had it.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
In your way of thinking, right? You haven't had it.
I have not had it.
So why would your heart be broke if your standard is there's only one person for you? And the fucking second that person says, I am not for you or whatever, why wouldn't you just go, oh, good, because that means you're not the one and the one is out there?
Yeah, well, it's still, I mean, there's still an awful lot of love involved. I mean...
But it's not true love.
No, it's not true love.
If there's such a thing as true love, nothing else would matter. If your concept of true love existed, nothing else would matter. Like in this movie, it was very interesting because I saw this with the girls. And the girl in the movie, you would get a timer of when you're going to meet your true love, okay? Now, if you got the timer went off, right? And it said you're going to meet your true love in 3 years and 13 days and 15 minutes. It would literally give it out like that, right? Should that person still continue to date? You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because in a way, the way I took it is you're cheating on your fucking true love. Because you already know your true love exists. You already know you're going to be in this relationship. Oddly enough, I took that conservative point of view, and the girls said to me, no, you can still date. Why not date? Because it's not your true love. Still, you could go out.
Yeah.
This got brought up about you too, Fez, is that you think that true love just happens to you like a siren goes off.
Right.
It's really, it may be one of your problems in life, is thinking that things are going to be brought to you rather than you make things.
Well, there's that feeling and also a feeling of extremes that runs through my brain of everything is absolutely great or fantastic or everything is going to be a disaster and I'll never recover from it. It's, it's, to me, I go just that full length there. So, yeah, I do think that true love is something that's just going to smack me in the face.
But why? Why would you be given this gift? I mean, dinner doesn't smack you in the face.
No.
You have to earn dinner. A clean home doesn't smack you in the face. Nothing else is a gift that falls down from heaven. Why do we confuse the fact of this true love thing? Why would that be something that must be built like everything else in your life? Steve, you're on Fez.
Hey, guys.
Yeah.
For one, I think it's funny that an asexual person is talking about true love. Two, I think he's confusing true love with lust.
All right, let's
lust
let Fez
happens-
answer the first part. Do you feel like you have a right to the concept, Fez?
Yeah, I think I have a right to love. I'm a human on this planet.
Even though you haven't acted that way, sexually speaking.
No, I haven't.
So what gives you any, I don't want to say credibility, but any ownership over this topic at all?
Because, I've experienced love, maybe not the true love, but I've experienced love, and I would like to experience true love sometime. So, I mean,
give us your experience of love. Did you tell the other person?
No.
Did you date the other person?
No.
Okay. So the other person didn't know?
No, did not.
All right, Billy Babbitt. So would you see what Fez is talking about as being love?
No, it's a crush. I don't see it as love at all. At all.
You don't think a crush is some form of love?
All right,
You didn't
let's
tell
say
the
this.
person
What if
talking
I
to the
said
person?
like this? I'm in love with Angelina Jolie.
Mm-hmm.
Would that make sense to you?
Yeah, that would make sense to me.
I'm in love with her, and she's the love of my life.
All right, she's probably not your true love, but I can understand you loving.
That would be seriously, and I'm going to fly out and watch her. You know what I mean?
I'm Ron, and Angelina Jolie is the true love of my life.
I mean, I've never really told her. I've never had anything
Right,
happen
it's the
there.
same thing Fez did.
Yes, it's the same exact
That's
thing
why
he's
I said
talking about.
crush.
I mean, could I have love with my neighbor, and my neighbor doesn't know it?
Yes, because
No.
you're feeling this. You're feeling it inside.
That's not
It's
love.
inside you.
That's not love.
What is it then?
First of all, you have to have a connection with the other person to be
It's
love.
got to be a shared experience, correct?
Well, you hope it is.
No, I mean for it to finally be fucking real love. How could it be if the other? But then, for all you know, right? I love Dave. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which, speaking of which,
Yeah.
it's not that different of a thing. And then I'm like upset that Dave doesn't know it.
Yeah, but I mean
Have you talked this over with your shrink?
Well, no, not this part of it. Well, if it was love or not. I mean, I've used that term love. I haven't gotten corrected there.
I think you're thinking of attraction. I mean, you're attracted to someone, but you were not in love.
All right,
with
how
that
many
person.
times did you have these loves in your life?
I would say probably 3 or 4.
All right, write down the 4 for me while I try to work this out. Now, did any of the 4
Okay.
have any idea?
Well, now, I mean, at this point in my life, I think everyone had the idea. But, no, I mean, never that I don't think I ever, not that I ever confessed it or anything. Or
So I meant, did they have the idea?
No, I don't believe
Nobody
so.
knew that you were in love. So your 4 great loves of your life
So sad.
have no idea that you felt that way.
No, probably not at the time.
You never should have got
This
that.
is-
What do you mean at the time? Did they now?
No, I don't think so.
Fez
That
is
would
a
be
Charles.
impossible.
Fez is a Charles Dickens character.
Yeah.
This is. I mean, this is kind of sad. I mean, these are true loves, and you. Can I see? These are true loves, and
You know what?
never
I
thought-
write too big. I just
I
write
saw
too
one
big.
name on the list.
Would you stop that? I need that card back. Give me back that card.
How come you didn't tell them? Did you think it was going to be unprofessional, or?
Uncomfortable, unprofessional, uneasy, unable to.
Don't put it away.
No, I can't show this to you. I mean, if Fez ever wanted to share the secret, then he could.
I think I saw one name. I think.
All right, let me just say this. I mean, obviously you're confused about love because you're going and you're working on this.
Totally.
And this is a fucking total shoot right now. Mm-hmm. I give you all the credit in the world for that. That you've gotten to this point of your life and you want to kind of unravel whatever guilt you were raised with and your confusion about who Fez was. So let's put that aside.
Okay.
And just let me tell you, you have taste for shit. You have taste for shit.
What is it? How tall are these people?
Right, by the way.
Oh, let me have the card back. I need to make an addendum.
Yeah.
Just for you.
Right. HTG, by the way, said, "Come on, Fez, we're sick of the fucking bracelets."
When, when you
Oh, you're not part of it, are you?
No. Oh yeah. You are wearing a bracelet.
Yes.
when you
Huh? What does it say?
I added an addendum to the bottom. When you said taste for shit, that made me think, oh, I better mention that.
Oh my God!
Come on.
Oh my God!
Come
Let me see.
back! Come back and bring the
I'll give-
card back with you.
I'll give you any.
Do we have a paper shredder in this building?
You are fucking disgusting.
I think, yeah. Looking back.
Why?
Who
Why that
knows
person?
why? Who knows?
I'll give you a PBA card for the to see the list.
Let me also say this.
Keep your PBA
I
card.
don't have anything to do with the cops. I'd rather just take the beating. And here is the worst thing about it all. Fez is a Jew lover.
Oh my gosh. Oh Jesus. That's surprising.
That may be the wrong phrase to use. See, Stanley.
I can't say who it is.
Oh come on. Initials. First
No!
initial of
You're not in on this.
First
You
letter.
stay out of it.
Damn it. First letter, first name. How about that?
Here's the other really interesting. Well, let's go to Big T first. Big T, you're on Fez.
Fez,
Yes, sir.
I would say that you're not in love with these people, or you stand outside their windows and stare at them all the time.
No, I don't stand outside of windows.
Here is the weird thing. Not one of these people knows how Fez felt about him. All these people thought that they were buddies. friends. You know.
Chums.
Yeah, chums.
Never
All these
mentioned it.
people, except for one, are still very much in Fez's life today and still have no idea. And some of these go back decades.
Okay. Decades.
That's the irony of it.
Decades.
Irony? No. That's
Well,
the sickness.
that bottom one on the list.
Who's the ugliest person? Literally the ugliest person. Not to mention...
Let me say this. Didn't age well.
Well, beyond that, you have never even... And I think that you're an entertaining person.
Mm-hmm.
And I only know 3 of the 4 names.
Okay, yeah.
Dullest people you'll ever want to meet in your life. Oh, you're sicker than you thought. Here's Sergio.
Hey, buddies. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Serge.
Yeah, hey, Fezzy, I kind of went through what you're going through, when I was in my early 20s, just wanting to believe in true love. And it was basically because I never had a relationship. And I thought I was just awful at getting into one. I had all the nervousness and everything. And you just want, you just think, I'm never going to meet somebody. But maybe I'll get lucky and meet one and they'll be it. Is that kind of where you're coming from?
Well, I guess I think I knew with this list that I gave Ron. Well, I obviously knew that none of those were going to work out.
Well,
to live happily ever after together.
None of those had. I would not take it as anything personally, but none of those people were open or available to what you were thinking.
Right.
And yet, at the same time, and this is probably why you're such an unhappy person, you never even told any of those people. I mean, being rejected builds character. To just hang around for years on end, taking this something from someone without giving anything is the strange thing.
Well, I think I was like giving friendship and that sort of thing.
That's dishonesty. And we've talked about this many times. If I started to hang out with Pepper's chick and I had feelings for her and never told her, eventually that would be dishonest.
All right.
In other words, Pepper's chicks would think, well, I have a good buddy in Ronnie B. And it would not be true. Now, I understand I'm sure when you hung out with Casey at first, it was like friendship, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And same with you, Pepper, with your chick?
Yeah, we were just friends. I was friends with her boyfriend at the time.
Right. But at a certain point, once you start to have these feelings, and it doesn't have to happen that moment, but you have to say to yourself, I have to tell this person where I'm coming from.
Yeah, you
Particularly,
must.
well, let me say this, Fez. When you saw that person being in other relationships, right?
Uh-huh.
Did it kill you?
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, and a lot of times I still wasn't, even being honest about that. Mm-hmm. I thought it was just like, oh, I can't stand that person that that they hang out with. That they hang out with.
I almost ripped off the bracelet. It's hard to tiptoe around.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I was doing then. It was a lot of tiptoeing.
Right.
Almost seems impossible to live your life.
I just want to announce the Jew.
Well, I've gone to a mental institution. Do not announce the Jew.
Please.
I'm going.
The Jew on that list.
Can I announce the Jew to the other wrist holders?
The wrist holders can know the Jew.
Does he host Deal or No Deal?
How'd you know that?
Who said it was a he?
I didn't see the list. Is that true?
All right. Just for
This is a real list, Eastside Dave. This isn't celebrities.
All right, here we go.
In fact, far from it.
To the holders.
As far away from it as you can get.
I'm going to just make sure your laptop's working okay.
No, you stay away from Lappy 5000.
Get away from Lappy 5000.
You sure? Batteries all charged and everything?
By the way, coming up, we're going to have a clip from Ron's interview with Emma Caulfield from the new movie Timer. It'll be a clip from the interview that's going to air this Sunday on Ron Bennington Interviews, 9 p.m. in the East, right here on The Virus.
Oh, by the way, keep writing, so Lappy 5000 gives away the bit. Well, that was back in high school, not now.
Oh, yeah. Not now at all.
Yeah.
Oh. In fact, just the opposite.
Yeah.
Now cannot stand to see the person.
Well.
Talk about growing apart.
It's a very, it's a very weird life you've lived.
Oh, yeah. It's very odd, and how some things are coming back around again.
But it's still very funny to me, I'm not busting balls here, to see that you still have this thing that I think is just going to set you up for more failure. That your true love thing that you're talking about
Oh, yeah.
is not going to make you happier, but sadder.
Well, because
no one can live up to what you're talking about.
Right, and it's not healthy but that's the way I think with everything. When I, the night I told you the secret, I thought, all right, now the world changes by itself. Like I didn't have, that was the one thing, the one piece of business I had to do, and everything changes. And there were still things going on.
I don't know even what you're talking about.
Like all the mental problems would disappear.
Right.
And there's still mental problems.
Judy. Judy, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hi, guys. I'm getting a little nervous over here for Fezzy. I'm afraid Gay and Tom Cruise are on the list.
Larry, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Yeah, first-time caller. And yes, I believe in true love.
Where are you calling from, the South?
Yep, I was 33 when I met my wife. I told her the first time that I seen her that I wanted to marry her.
Well, why wouldn't you? It's your own sister. Carla, you're on Ron and Fez.
Hey, guys. To go back to your question, Ron, about if you knew when you were going to meet your true love, should you still date people in between? I think definitely, because like you were saying before about rejection and other things building character, going out, being with people, having those experiences make you who you are when you meet your supposed true love. Of course, I don't believe in true love, want true love. Because, like you said before,
you have to remember this. In the premise of this movie, Fez's fantasy is a true one. And Fezzy, if you right now, it's like you're just getting your thing on, right?
Yeah, just putting on my timer,
and it hasn't beeped yet. Yours is empty.
Wow, that's very sad.
Same as Fez, and the only one who's found his true love right now, of course, is our own Chris Stanley.
This Saturday night, it's the battle of East versus West. It is Manny Pacquiao and World Junior Welterweight Champion Ricky the Hitman Hatton going at it live on pay-per-view. You can check out this boxing match on pay-per-view, 9 p.m. in the East, 6 p.m. Pacific, Saturday. That's this Saturday, May 2nd. You can call your local pay-per-view provider to order that fight today. Manny Pacquiao goes into this fight 48-3 with 2 draws, 36 wins by knockout. Ricky Hatton, the Hitman, 45-1, 32 wins by KO. And they will meet this Saturday, and that's going to be for Ricky Hatton's World Junior Welterweight Championships.
And this is going to be a different fight than any fight in history. They're going to go up on kites, pulled by a boat, and they're going to kick each other. So this is one you don't want to miss. It's kite fighting from Las Vegas.
You don't want to miss it, but it's not kite fighting. It's boxing. It's World Championship Boxing, World Junior Welterweight Championship.
Because I wasn't being racist there. I said kite fighting.
Yes, I understand. But this is boxing. That's what they're going to be doing live from Las Vegas at the MGM Grand. Again, that's 9 p.m. in the East this Saturday night, May 2nd. They're calling it the Battle of East and West. Manny the Pac-Man Pacquiao and Ricky the Hitman Hatton. Check it out on your local pay-per-view provider and call them to order the fight. Don't wait. Order now. Live on pay-per-view, Pacquiao versus Hatton.
It's kite fighting live from Las Vegas. And I'll tell you what right now, Ricky Hatton has a kite that is going to go higher, faster, and more powerful than Pac-Man's.
Really? Well,
I'm taking Ricky Hatton, and here's the way the fight's going to end. He is going to kick Pac-Man's kite out of the sky.
Cool.
There you have it.
It is very windy in Manchester, so I agree. I think Hatton's got the advantage. I don't see a lot of wind in the Philippines, and I think that hurts Pacquiao.
But you might be right there.
Yeah.
Fuzzy?
I say it's going to be a boxing match, and you won't even have to worry about what kind of kite comes in.
Well, Mr. Secret loves to toe the company line, doesn't he?
Heck of a kite fight.
That's kite. Kyle, you're on Fez.
Yeah, I'm in the same exact boat as Fez, and I have truly been in love with another person they did not know. People claim to be truly in love with the Lord. That's not reciprocated. I truly love enchiladas. That's not reciprocated.
We're talking about romantic love. I'm
talking about romantic love. Also.
I don't think Fezzi has the talk of what you're talking about, your hungry belly and an enchilada. Now, Fez, you want to feel like Crazy Kyle?
I don't know. Crazy
enchilada lover?
Yeah, he seems to be putting all the loves right there in the same category together. His love of rollerblading, his love of spicy Mexican food, all lumped in at one.
It's like my mom still does, if I say like, oh, I love the Yankees, my mom still does the why don't you marry them joke.
Your mom's hysterical. Why don't you do this? Why don't you go fill one of those empty blue seats?
Oh, they slashed the ticket prices in half from $2,500 to $1,250, and the other section from $1,000 to $600.
What, a game?
Yeah, those seats that were they were $2,500 that we were seeing that were empty. They're down to $1,250 now.
And no one sees $1,250 as being ridiculous.
It's right behind the catcher.
I don't give a shit.
I'd pay that kind of money if I
Why
had
don't
it,
you?
if I had the dough.
Oh, if I had that kind of money, I'd buy the fucking stadium. What I get?